Hello my peeps, this Algebra Nation video will cover the left side of page 50, problem number 9. And I'm willing to guarantee that this video will be better than watching a New York Knicks game. They are horrible this year. Let's get started.
In this problem we have a football field, and we need to figure out how much grass we need to buy because we want to have nice and pretty grass so that we can run around and play football. So let's see what this question is giving us. A new football field under construction will have a length that is 50 feet more than twice its width. Okay, that's a lot. Let's keep reading. We'll come back to that. The length, the width, and the area of the football field must be calculated in order to determine the amount of grass seed necessary to cover the field. Find the length and the width of the field if the perimeter is 1,300 feet. Okay. I like this hint, draw a picture of the situation, because automatically it's going to make this question easier. So we've got a football field, right? Football field is going to give us a rectangle. Alright, so for our football field, we have a width and we have a length. So what are we told? Well, the length is 50 feet more than twice its width. Okay, so the length is what? The length is, that's telling us what the length is equal to. So the length is equal to what? 50 feet more. Does that mean 50 feet times something? Does that mean we subtract 50 feet? What do we think that means? 50 feet more. I always like to think about this stuff with money. If I have $10 and you have $50 more than I do, what do you have? 10 plus 50, right? 50 feet more means that you're adding 50. So we're adding 50. Well, what are we adding 50 to? It's 50 feet more than what? 50 feet more than twice the width. Twice the width. Twice means what? We add 2. If I have $10 and you have twice as much as I have, how much do you have? If I have 10 and you have twice as much, you have 2 times that amount. You'd have $20. It's 2 times that. So more than twice its width would be 2 times the width. Well, what's the width? We don't know. Let's call it W. W is our width. All we did right here is set up an equation for length. We know that the length is 50 feet more than 2 times the width. The length of the field is 2W plus 50. All right, so the length is 2W plus 50. Well, is this length the same as this length? Yeah, the lengths are the same. So we have 2W plus 50 here and 2W plus 50 here. Well, what's the width? Well, we don't know. We'll just call it W. The width is W. The width is W. So let's see what we're given here. We are told that the perimeter is 1,300 feet. What is the perimeter? This is one of those things that you've got to remember. The perimeter is all of your lengths added up together. So it's the sum of your length, your width, your length, and your width. You add all of these up together, and that gives you your perimeter. So our perimeter is 1,300. So where did that 1,300 come from? Well, it's the length of all of our edges added up together. So we've got our first one, 2W plus 50. Our next one, W. So we're going to add on W. Our next one, 2W plus 50. I'm adding 2W plus 50, and I'm adding W. All right, am I done? No. What do I see here? I've got some numbers, and I have W. Well, if I only have one unknown variable, I only don't know what W stands for, right? What numeric value is W? That means I can solve for W. So the first thing I want to do is combine some like terms. So on my left, I only have a number, so we'll
Ooh, plus 10 for her. Combine like terms.
keep 1,300 by itself. Let's see what I have here. 2W. Can 2W be combined with 50? No, they're not like terms. What about this W? But yeah, we can combine it with that. W by itself is just one W. What do we have here? 2W. What do I have here? A W. So,
I don't think anybody's ever shown her hearts and stars. Too bad.
well, I'm taking 2W plus 1W plus 2W plus another W. Well, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 gives me 2, 3, 4, 5. 6W. All right, what about my numbers? Now I want to combine these terms. Do I have any other numbers I can combine? 50 and a 50. 50 plus 50 gives me what? You got it. 100. Let's see what I got. 6W plus 100 is equal to my perimeter of 1300. Well, let's get rid of this plus 100. We want to be able to solve for 6W. Now, whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So
She should have said inverse operation.
1300 minus 100 gives me 1200. Or 100 minus 100 cancel out. We're left with 6W. Well, if we solve for W, what do we need to do? Divide each side by 6. We get W by itself. 6 goes into 12. 2. 6 goes into 1200, 200 times, right?
She should have said divide by the coefficient. You ready for a brain break? Okay, brain break. Hopefully you're paying attention during this video so you don't get thunderstruck on the EOC. I think number 12 just got thunderstruck. Focus. Back to work.
6 into 1200, 200. Quick math. We get W is equal to 200. So now we have the width. Now we know what our width is. Okay. So W is equal to 200. What's the length? Remember that our length was equal to 2W plus 50. It was 50 more than twice the width. Well, do we know what W is? Yeah, we know it's 200. So 2 times 200 plus 50 is my length. Well, 2 times 200 is what? 400 plus 50 gives me a length of 450. Well, now I know that my width is 200 and my length is 450. Now we can always do a quick check to make sure that that was right. Remember that our perimeter was what? Our perimeter was 1300. So our width plus our length plus our width plus our length needs to equal to 1300. Well, our width was 200 plus a length of 450 plus a width of 200 plus a length of 450 gives us our perimeter of 1300. So that's good. Well, now that we have the length of the width, we need to find the area of the field. How do you find area? Area is equal to your length times width. It's your base times height. It's your length times width. Well, our length was 450. Our width was 200. So what do we get? 450 times 200. We end up with an area of 90,000 square feet, right? So we have had 400 feet for the length, 200 feet for the width, 450 feet times 250 feet gives us 90,000 square feet.
That's all, folks.